Hello, everyone. My name is Julie McVey, and I thought I would come on and share another one of my astral experiences. So, this experience it began in the middle of the night. I was on it's an unusual experience, so that's one of the reasons I wanted to share it. It was unique. The sensations were unique, but I think some of you could probably relate to it. So middle of the night and sleeping on my back, and I'm coming out of sleep, out of the waking state during the sleep cycle, and I see this bright light behind my closed eyes, and I felt vibrations, and I could hear a buzzing sound, but the vibrations were not pleasant like they normally are. I have not had an unpleasant vibrational state. So these vibrations felt like what it reminded me of was, so when I've gotten acupuncture, I don't know if you've ever gotten acupuncture before, but it was sort of like, so when she would put the needle in like a location, and there'd be tingles, and sometimes the tingles would be very, I'd just be very sensitive to the tingles, and then they would sweep throughout my entire arm. Or if it was on the lower part of my body, like in my foot, and then it would sweep throughout my entire leg, and it would be like pins and needles, and it would be a little startling and a little uncomfortable for me. So not quite pleasant. And so during this experience, I had the light, I had these uncomfortable sensations, tingling sensations, buzzing sound, like almost like static electricity, or like almost like a neon sign going in and out, but reminded me of electricity maybe. It's hard to explain. So these are my sensations and experiences. And then I try to call out, I try to voice out to my little sister, who I'm thinking is sleeping in bed next to me. Of course, she's not. I mean, my husband is in bed next to me, not my little sister, but for all my life, growing up, I shared a room with my little sister, and we shared the same bed a lot of the time. Bunk beds are the same bed. So here I am calling out to my sister, or trying to, but I couldn't speak, couldn't move. I was trying to reach out to her, couldn't move. So, I'm thinking, oh, wait a minute, this is probably sleep paralysis. I have never experienced or been aware of my own. I'm sure we all experience sleep paralysis, but I've never been aware or lucid during sleep paralysis before. So I'm thinking, oh, gee, this is what this must be. Not, and I've heard people say it's not that fun. And so I I go through the motions, and then I finally wake up and I'm thinking, oh, that was not fun. But then I fall back to sleep. And then eventually I'm dreaming, and I become lucid in a dream. Yay, because that's my cue, like, ooh, okay, I'm going to fly up. So I immediately fly up to have an astral projection during this lucid dream. It felt wonderful, the cool wind on my skin, the hair blowing, the wind blowing my hair, the whole experience of flying is amazing. Love it. One of my favorite things to do. And then as I'm simply enjoying flight, which I just get so immersed in it, and I don't even think too much sometimes, I remembered, oh, my friend was telling me, you don't have to just continue flying straight up like Superman style. Like sometimes I might have my hands up, arms and hands up in, you know, the air and like sort of Superman flying or whatever. And so I thought, oh, okay, let's see, I can turn around maybe. So I start to maneuver and turn around, and it's really easy to do. And I'm flying and I'm turning. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I could do this. It's like all about intention. And then I immediately start dancing, which I have done before. As I've flown, I'll do some kind of dancing. So, so I start enjoying like the movement and the freedom and my flexibility, and it's just so lovely. And then all of a sudden, because all this whole time it was pretty much my vision was not clear or working very well, my non-physical vision, which a lot of the times it doesn't when I'm flying, but yet you have these senses that you know what's going on. You can kind of see, but you're not really using your non-physical vision. So, but it's, I'm dancing around and I'm doing sort of these moves like you might do as a ballerina, but it felt, I think it felt more like when you're underwater, like maybe doing aquatic, you know, underwater movements. And then I start to see my astral arms and my astral hands doing these movements. And they're like this golden yellow, light, beautiful, youthful, graceful, and just having fun. Okay, so like right now I'm like in the moment and I'm remembering it even. So then sound, I start to hear something. It's birds chirping and singing like they would in the morning hours, early morning hours. And I immediately turn toward these birds, these sounds, like, oh, I want to go over there. I want to see what that is. That's something, that's a place, you know, an astral plane I can check out. So I immediately start flying in that direction toward the sound and just following the sounds of the birds till finally I land, you know, in a location. And so as I'm traveling, everything was dark, you know, no stars in this situation. But following the sound was enough. And so so I land and my vision starts to come in to, you know, focus, and things start lightening up and brightening, and I can see and I can also feel. And I both see and feel at the same time this large round shrub, this bush. I'm standing right next to it and it's brushing up against my cheek and kind of prickly. And I'm thinking, why did I land so close to this bush? But I can feel it. Excuse me, I'm hitting this, and I can feel it, and everything is so green. The shrubs are green, the green grass, and I think I'm in somebody's yard. And there's these, so it's these 3 round, large bushes, shrubs, gigantic, 4 of them, not 3, 4, one right after another. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, this obviously I'm outside in somebody's yard. But the strange thing, which has happened many times before, is that my vision is only several feet in front, all around me, front, behind, side to side. This, and then past this several, many feet, it's just kind of dark. But when usually when I walk and explore, then it starts opening up to me. But right now in this situation, I'm just by this green, beautiful shrub. Everything is extra bright, extra vivid. All my sensations are on high sensitivity, like everything, it's like hyper real. This is a hyper real experience, more real than this current reality, which makes this experience, even though it was very brief, many of these experiences, probably for you too, are very brief, but they can be so powerful and meaningful because it's so, there's so much depth to them. It's so hard to explain unless you've been there and you've done it. But so this was my one little experience I had recently. I didn't go anywhere after that, unfortunately. Before I had a chance to explore, it started fading, and then I found myself back in bed. But oh my word, I loved that experience. Sometimes when I fly like right up from a lucid dream, or even a few times from just feeling the vibrational state, and then I'll just fly up. Don't bother rolling out of bed, just fly up. I really have had some more hyper real experiences. So anyway, I'd love to hear about your experiences. So please share, and please share if you relate to this in any way. Just wanted to come on real quick and say hello and tell you that I'm still enjoying lucid dreaming and going out of body. And I, hope you're having a wonderful evening or day, wherever you are. And maybe we'll see you on the next interview, I hope. All right. See y'all later. Bye.